Hi everybody out there, it is Corey from Gemini Guitar. The focus today is using the major third interval, and this is specifically in the metal style or doom metal style in particular. So we're going to be looking at some ideas in the vein of Candlemas, My Dying Bride, and dare I say it, Alice in Chains. So let's see how we go. Okay, so to understand the concept of the major third, what we can do is take our root note, where we begin on exercise 1E, and basically move that up 4 semitones, which is what the major third interval is. If you're not sure what an interval is in guitar, it's basically the distance from one note to the other. Now in this case, E is our root note, and if we move up 4 semitones or 2 whole tones, whichever way you'd like to look at it, we arrive at the major third interval. Okay, so what I'm basically doing in exercise 1 is starting on our E root note, fret 7 on the 5th string. We're going to descend through that to the C note at fret 3, like so. What we're going to do then is we're going to progress to the 7th fret on string 6 and keep going, so it sounds like so. Okay, so basically after we've understood this, then we can start on our major thirds. So to do this, the first one, which I already talked about, was the G sharp note. Now in this case, we can start that at fret 6 on the 4th string. Because we know we're descending chromatically, we can take from there and then just descend, at least to a certain point. We then have to progress to the 5th string. So I'm going to take you through this bit as well. So start on 4th string, fret 6, then we go to 5, 4 and 3. Now at this point then we want to go to our E note on string 5, fret 7. So we start there, fret 7, string 5 and descend. Going then to the 3rd fret. Then we want to go to string 6, so we start on the B note and descend from here. This is fret 7, string 6. That note there is the G sharp. That's the octave lower from where we began. So bear in mind the other guitar part ended on the open 6th string, which is E. And the harmony guitar part ends on the G sharp note on the 4th fret, string 6. And remember, just going back to that concept, our open 6th string, if we move that up 4 semitones or 2 whole tones, which is what the major third interval is, we arrive at the 4th fret. So we're on our open string, 1 semitone, 2 semitones, 3 semitones, 4 semitones, or we could look at it as 2 whole steps. So from here, 1 whole step, 2 whole steps. So for the next idea, exercise 2, what I'm doing is basically a very doomy style idea, I guess in the vein of bands like My Dying Bride or Candlemas. So we're going to start on the open 6th, progress to fret 1. And that's got a little bit at the end of that where we're starting on the open 6th string, progressing to fret 7, and then fret 6. Basically in the second time around it's the same sort of idea except the ending notes are 8 and 7. So now we get this. To finish things off, we basically repeat the first couple of bars. open 6, fret 1 and open. Now this is an interesting bit to have a look at if you're still getting used to the concept of the interval, because what's actually happening here is both ideas are on the same string. So if we take each note we start on and move that up like we did with the other bits, 2 whole tones or 4 semitones, we arrive at our major third. So for example, if we start on the open 6, 4 semitones higher than that is the 4th fret. When we start at fret 1, we simply move up another 4 semitones from there and we arrive at fret 5. So refer back to the tab, because that's going to help you a lot there to see the interval at work and in action. Okay, so exercise 3 is just focusing on some medium fast picking. And we're going to spend basically 8 picks on each note. So we start at 7, progress to 8. Then we're going to go from 6 to 7. Begin again from 7 to 8. And then go from 5th fret to 6th fret. Now the harmony in this section, we can see the shape at work, if you like. So where we started on fret 7 for the previous part, our major third is on the string below and 1 fret to the left. And this is actually a good way of learning the interval too. You can start to see these as a small chord. The B is our root note, and the D sharp is our major third in this case. And basically, because then we move to fret 8, we can sort of take that shape and move it up a fret. So there's our root note C. E is our major third. The next step in the sequence, we progressed to the 6th fret. So our major third in this case would be the D note on string 5. So when you get to understand that shape and the way it works, you can actually create another idea out of that.